Hi guys, in this video I've stitched 4 birding adventures together. First we go look for rare birds in the Almere. Then we're going after a very rare citrine wagtail and we go to the best migration site in the Netherlands. Then we go after the mega rare great spotted cuckoo at Tessel. And lastly we're going after an ortolan bunting in the Asserhaven. Enjoy the video. Good morning, today I'm birding the Almere as it is almost May, and that means that the chances of finding a rare bird increases by the day. So I'm at the Almere because that is one of the best spots in the mainland of the northern 3 provinces to find rare birds. Now I started off great with a black-winged stilt that was walking close by, and I just found a short-eared owl hunting, which is also very nice. Let's see what else we can find today. Because in the early morning the sun shines from the east, I mainly checked the west side of the Asserhaven, which has been put on the water since a couple of years. Here I saw in the reeds the sedge warbler. There weren't yet many waders in the area, but there were a lot of ducks, for instance this group of catwell. And I also saw many Eurasian teals, which I of course checked for the green-winged teal, but it wasn't amongst them. Close to the road sat this Eurasian reed bunting, which was singing. But sadly no swallows, wagtails or golden plovers, so I'm up to my next location, the fields near I am. Between the fields there is this concrete road on which you can drive, so you can thoroughly scan each field. On the fields I saw some larks, which are always exciting. Here you can see 2 skylarks, which is the most common lark in the Netherlands. After not finding anything of interest at the fields near I am, I quickly moved on to the salt marshes of Pearsons. On the grassland I found this wimbrel, identified by its shorter bill and more distinct head pattern. And on one of the piles of bricks that were laying there, I saw this northern wheatear. And close to the car sat this redshank on a pole. I've now arrived at the Groningen side of the Almere. My first stop is the area surrounding the marina to search for a wryneck. I scanned all the paths near the marina and also the holiday park of Robbenoord, where I found this common redstart, and also a black redstart. Well, no wryneck as expected, but I'm gonna get it someday. Now I'm going to check some fields for some cool wagtails, and then I have to bring my car keys to the garage because over the weekend my car broke down. So hopefully the damage isn't too bad and it can be fixed in a short period of time. But that means I have to cut my birding adventure for today short to deliver them the keys so they can pick up my car and see what's wrong with it. And if a broken car wasn't enough already, also my scope pack broke down after years of service. Here you can see the fields opposite of the Oude Robbegat. Always an exciting place to search, but this time there wasn't anything of notice. Good morning! Today Willem and I are on our first big birding adventure of the spring migration. Our first stop is a male citrine wagtail at Baarland, and then we'll move on to the best migrant watch site of the Netherlands. And on our way back home we hopefully pick up some more rare birds. In the early light I found this interesting yellow wagtail with some features of Iberian wagtail, with a white throat and an eyebrow stripe that's broader behind the eye than in front of the eye. So I called the other birders present to also get on this bird and try to identify it. But later on, when viewing the bird in different positions, it turned out the throat wasn't as clean white as I thought earlier. So it's just a normal yellow wagtail. As we still couldn't find the citrine wagtail, I decided to check out the area outside of the dike, but here no wagtails were present, sadly. I did notice, however, that kindergarten was opened for these little mallards. We've now arrived at Breskens. It's still quite calm because the wind is quite tame, but it's about to pick up, so let's see what migrants we will see. Well, we've decided to call it a day. Although we've seen some nice things, to be honest, we'd expected more from it. With the southeasterly wind, we expected more migration, and also we really hoped to see that citrine wagtail, but can't have everything in birding. Hi guys, I was on my way to Tessel for a great spotted cuckoo, a very nice bird to see. I saw one in 2011 in Groningen, but it was very distant and I got poor photos of it. So I was really hoping to get a chance to film the species, and now it was reported at Tessel, so I thought let's go there. But now a message came through that the bird is in an undisclosed area, and if it is visible it is from a very large distance.
and also you have to deal with the backlight. So I guess that won't be happening today. But now a page came through of an alert came through of an Iceland gull at Den Helder, which is on the way there. So I'll go there first and then see what the day brings. It didn't take me long to find the bird, but sadly light conditions were horrible. And when I had put my converter in between the camera and the lens, the bird decided to lay down with its head behind another gull. The Iceland gull was found within seconds, but also backlight here. The midday is not the best time to film when it's very sunny, but hey, it's better than nothing. And while filming that bird, I also heard a wood warbler singing. A very nice warbler species I would like to film, so I'm here in the woods trying to film it. But sadly, the wood warbler didn't want to be filmed. Now standing in line for the ferry, because I decided to take the crossing anyway, because I'm so close already. And maybe the great spotted cuckoo will be seen this afternoon and I get a chance to film it. I don't have my hopes up, but there's also a Bohemian waxwing still present on the island, which is a great species to get for May. Now the spot of the Bohemian waxwing, but it turns out I've just missed it, so I have to wait for it to return. And let's hope in the meantime the great spotted cuckoo is refound in a more accessible spot. In the Netherlands, a waxwing in May is very rare indeed, with only a handful of records ever. After I had filmed the Bohemian waxwing, I decided to go to the Bird Information Center in the Koksdorp, because in one of my last videos you saw that my scope pack had broken down, so it was time to buy a new one, which I did. And now I'm at the dunes at the north tip of Tessel. Hopefully the great spotted cuckoo has moved on to here, or maybe the woodshed strike from yesterday is here. Let's see. I also checked this little field adjacent to the cream-colored Corsa field, and here I saw a field fare, which is also pretty rare in May in the Netherlands. And I also noticed this wagtail. What do you think? Is it just a female yellow wagtail, or is it a female yellow-crowned wagtail? Let me know in the comments. I then decided to go for the last rare species present on the island currently, which concerns a group of dotterels. So that was the last spot of today. I went here because I hoped the great spotted cuckoo would return in the evening, but sadly it didn't. So I guess I have to wait a couple of years to get another chance with this species, But all in all, it was a great day of birding with 3 rare species seen after all. I'm currently at the Asserhaven because this morning an ortolan bunting was seen here. And that is one of my 10 targets for the spring period. So I had to go. Hopefully it is still here and I can find it and get some footage. There are like 5 people searching this tiny area where the bird was seen. So I'm afraid it is gone. I'm going to look somewhere else in the Asserhaven for maybe some other cool birds. But the ortolan bunting, I'm afraid, also a dip. But shortly after, I got a message that there was a possible black-headed wagtail present on the dike near Rijthorn. And indeed, there was this very striking yellow wagtail present with a completely black head, contrary to a grey-headed wagtail. The bird only had a slight hint of an eyebrow stripe, but according to Andrea Corso, this can be seen in second calendar year birds. And also, some black spots can also be seen in second calendar year birds. But sadly, we didn't manage to get a recording of the call. Maybe because the bird never called, or because we didn't notice the call amongst all the other calls of the yellow wagtails. The final bird of this video I did manage to film, but I think it won't be accepted. Because for a black-headed wagtail in the Netherlands, it is necessary to have a sound recording of its call, and I don't think we have that, as we didn't hear it calling a single time, or it did call but just as a normal yellow wagtail and not as a black-headed wagtail. But if you like the video, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button, also like the video and leave a comment.